So I wanted to talk this morning about my emotions on the carnivore diet. So for me, I've noticed a big difference in how steady and calm I've been feeling since I started this. Now, I've done a lot of meditation in my life, I've done a lot of personal work, and I've dealt with a lot. And yes, most people will say that I'm calm most of the time, or if not all of the time, and I'm very chill, and I'm always appearing to be happy. And yet, I've done a lot of work, and that is kind of how I am. But I still sometimes suffer with anxiety, and usually the anxiety is around money and safety and kind of survival as opposed to anything else. I don't really tend to get emotional about interactions with people or really go down the path of kind of deep triggers and wounds in any way, because I've done a lot of work. So I'm not healed by any stretch, and maybe I am, I don't know, but in the fact that how much stuff have I got to deal with? A lot less than I used to. However, with the carnivore diet, I've noticed that basically when I wake up in the morning and when I go to bed at night, I seem to be far more settled, and I seem to be in this space where I am just here, just accepting here, like right now. There's no resistance to what is and what's coming up. And what's coming up is a lot less. I feel much more calmer, in the sense of before my anxiety would spike and a thought would come in and my whole body and my whole nervous system would be like, oh. And now I'm like, okay, that's what that is today. Okay, cool. And that's kind of my response, which is unusual because I'm very used to, especially of late where I've moved house and things have changed and there's been lots of changes in my life overall. And lots of times where I've felt uncomfortable and a bit of shame, awkwardness, embarrassment, vulnerabilities. So my nervous system before doing this were like, which is terrible. And it's been really difficult for me. But I do, have the meditation tips and tricks for myself. And I am eating a balanced diet. Well, I was eating a balanced diet before. But none of it really seemed to work with my anxiety. But since I've come onto this, I've noticed a huge change, and I've noticed that I'm not craving the sugars and I'm not craving all these other things to kind of hide my moods and, or to just kind of relieve my inner stress. I feel like I'm in this position where food is not my answer for my emotional freak out. If I've got my emotional freak out, it's like, all right, I have to sit. I'm safe. I'm here. I'm okay. I'm alive. I'm doing good. And it subsides. Whereas before I'm like, oh, crisps, chocolate, I need something. Oh, maybe I need another cup of coffee, even though I don't really drink caffeine. I'd be reaching for something outside of myself to alleviate the way I was feeling on the inside. And most of that has gone with the carnivore diet. Last night was really tricky on the sofa. I was just like, oh, I really fancy some chocolate. But, it was a case of, what is that going to do for me? Is that going to, even the sun has come out now saying that I needed chocolate. Was that the right thing to do? Should have I had chocolate? Maybe the universe is trying to tell me something. But the whole way I was feeling was based on me feeling anxious and that something else needed to come and save me. But now I'm like, I can save me. I can do me. I can sit here and just accept what's actually going on and just feel it. And I feel grounded in my body. There's a security, there's a strength inside. And if I feel overall, I feel a lot healthier. And also because I'm working out, not as much in the sense of what most people do, but I'm doing more each day. And I really do feel there's a strength coming from me being on this diet. It's also maybe the active discipline that is building up in me, so I feel stronger because of that. I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but I'm really noticing a difference with my emotions on this carnivore diet. And I highly recommend, if you've spoken to a nutritionist and to your doctor and you feel like you need something that could help you with your mood or your flare-ups or your the way you emotionally are, then add some meditation, add in some exercise, but strongly look at your diet and see if this could be something that works for you, because I never thought I'd ever be having a conversation around this subject and feeling the way I do. So I just wanted to share that, and the sun is really bright, so I'm going to go. But thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please reach out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be very happy if you do.